Hello there, I'm Refight, making another video about my Rideline. This is about Odorous again, because I'm more used to Odorous now. So, let's just get into it, I guess. So, it's another Killer Sanctuary, because for some reason, the effect and the aesthetics of this Rideline really suits Killer Sanctuary. So, I guess I would just make it that nation, because it just doesn't make sense to be on other nations. So we start with the starter, of course. Um, it's just a name, the Last Nightmare. Nothing much. It's just a starter because currently we don't have any special effects on starters yet. I don't want to break that rule yet, so I'm just following that rule. And then we have upgrade 3. So this is the main unit. It has the FX to attack on your opponent's end phase. So after your opponent starts end the turn, you can pay the cost and stand your Vanguard and just attack it. So you get power equal to your opponent's Vanguard with an additional 10k, and then you can attack with 1 drive. So this is actually a bit controversial. Some people say that getting a free 1 drive out of Counter Blast 1 and Soul Blast 1 is a bit too overpowered. I actually expected this, and I'm not sure if it's actually too much overpowered yet, because this is just a Rideline. There's no support cards out yet. I haven't tested cards yet. Would appreciate it if someone could test it out. But yeah. The second skill is a really defensive skill. So you have 3 or less cards on your hand, you can Soul Blast 2, and then you get power equal to your opponent's attacking unit. So you still get hit if you don't got anything additional. But you just need at least 5k to guard, which is really good. And it's not too powerful because you need to have 3 or less cards useless. So you can only use this if you're already in a bad, situation. You have not a lot of cards, you have turbo guarding. I want this scale because I just feel like it's a bit too much stress, like not stress, like you're too much in pressure if you don't have any cards left and you have no way defending yourself, because sometimes the opponent cards just force you to discard a lot, or you don't really have any PGs, you only have 5ks, so you will force to guard with a lot of 5ks, and now you don't have any cards left on your hand. So I just feel like this is a good defensive skill so that you can protect yourself a little bit more before taking any damage. Now moving on to the grade 2. Um so the Vanguard skill is a bit different because it requires you to get hit to activate the effect. It's nothing much, you only get a soul charge and then you can change your card with the drop zone. So nothing weird. It's just you get a free soul charge and then a change of cards on your hand. The interesting thing is the Vanguard skill. So it's only usable in the front row zone, and it has a mechanic that counter attacks the opponents. So when an opponent regards attack, you can counter blast 1 standards unit and attack them back. So you actually attack them first before they resolve the attack. As you can see in the brackets, this attack happens before you can choose to guard your opponent's attack. So that means if you retire your opponent's rear guard, the attack is just gone. Really similar to Dino Griffin. So yeah, this deck is actually based on having more interaction with the opponent, using attacks on the opponent's turn, having denials, something like that. Then we have the grade 1. The grade 1 is really similar to the grade 2, but instead of attacking the attacking rearguard, you attack the boosting rearguard. So you just cut out the opponent's power before they attack you. Very similar. And I think that's all the cards. If you don't know how they look like, so this is just you know, me putting cards on untap. So let's say this guy Mirror attacks my Vanguard. I can, and this one is on like, you know, this. I can use Counter Blast 1, stand this unit. Oops, that's not what I want. So attack this, stand this unit, then attack this unit. So attack this unit, and if they do not got the attack, this unit gets retired, and the attack ends. Same happens with the Great One. So if these both boost and attack the Vanguard, I can use Surplus 2 to stand this unit and attack the opponent's rearguard at the back row. And it also requires you to be on the same column. So the new mechanic, I forgot the name, but the new deck that is coming out that has other units boosting will not exactly be attackable by this, because you need to require it on the same column. So let's say this has the ability to boost another land, you cannot attack with this thing. So yeah, that's the 4 cards, basically the Rideline that I just made. So I'm thinking of some like, you know, support cards right now, which will probably come out sometime later. And it's pretty hard to think of, like, you know, a working support card that will work with this kind of Rideline, because this one is a little bit weird, I would just say. Like, it's something that Vanguard didn't really actually have before attacking during the opponent's turn. It's like different. It's not like you're playing Dominate. That's a bit different. That's using your opponent regards to attack your opponent. So yeah. And I think that's it for the video. I'm gonna put these 4 cards in a Google Drive, and you can play test them if you want to, and that would probably be a lot appreciated if you can play test them and give any feedback. But otherwise, you can wait until more support cards has been made. If you have any ideas, feel free to share too, because it's just a bit hard to, like, you know, think an effect by your own. Any brainstorm will be a lot helpful. So yeah, see you in the next video. The next video would probably be about either me releasing my Discord server or me releasing more support cards, or talk about custom cards in general. So see ya.